Well, ladies and gents, what an eventful State of Origin game. Game 1, done and dusted, in the books, 38-10, an absolute whipping by the Maroons. Now, obviously, there's some points of contention. The first big moment, I suppose, in the Origin game, 7th minute, Joseph Suaalii just flies out of the line, puts a target on Reece Walsh's head and nearly decapitates him, lowers that shoulder and launches. Now, the contention is, was it a sin bin? Was it a send-off? Was it just a penalty? No penalty, let it play on, it's State of Origin. In my opinion, and this is obviously law because I'm a couch-watching footy fan, I think the send-off was reasonable. Would I have been mad if it was just a sin bin? Absolutely not. It's a State of Origin game. Call could have gone either way. I can see merit for both sides, both the send-off and the sin bin. At the end of the day, the referee in that decision, Ashley Klein, made the call. And that's a call that we're going to have to live with, regardless of whether you agree with it or not. I mean, he absolutely launched into that tackle. He was trying to make a statement. You could see it from the start. His first hit up was strong, powerful. Joseph Suaalii's first hit up. I thought he was in for a huge game, and the Blues missed him so much. It was phenomenal how easily Queensland just destroyed that right side defense of the Blues until Madge made that change, bringing Stephen Crichton onto that right side there. A little bit confused why he didn't do it earlier, seeing as 2 tries were scored where Suaalii would have been defending. So I think, yeah, the speed of the Queensland side on that fast pitch down there at Accor Stadium made all the difference. Now New South Wales did hang in there. Good things to see from New South Wales if you're a New South Wales supporter. I myself, born and raised in Queensland, so upper. However, if you're a New South Wales fan, good things. Your team hung in there for 60 minutes pretty well, and then sort of just fell off. I think Queensland always knew that the fatigue factor was going to set in. A few questionable decisions, I'd say, by the coaching staff of New South Wales. Why did Jake Trbojevic sit on the bench for so long? I mean, he's an impact player, great defensive asset, and when Yo came on, I thought Yo played well, but Queensland knows what to do. Queensland knows to those outside backs rush up as soon as Yo gets the ball because he's going to be trying to play out the back. And ultimately that led to a Cherry Evans intercept into a Xavier Coates try. So I'm not 100% sure why you play Yo for so many minutes and let Jake sit. I think it could have been a different point of attack if Trbojevic was in there. Moving into game 2, I think it's going to be really hard for New South Wales to bounce back. I understand that they played a man down and they played well, but in those first few minutes, I mean, Queensland scored. Reece Walsh, on the play that he got knocked out, gave a beautiful pass to the Hammer, and the Hammer was away. And had the Hammer had seen Tom Dearden on his inside and given the ball, that's probably another try. So while we can say New South Wales hung in there, Queensland were probably missing their biggest X factor, and Reece Walsh looked really dangerous early in the few touches that he got. So I think if Reece Walsh was on the field, Queensland would have been a lot more polished in attack. The Hammer did a phenomenal job at fullback. Obviously, those high ball takes, insane. Great under the high ball. Who would have seen it coming? He stepped up in Origin again. He's sort of turning into the next Dane Gagai. Put him in there at club level, plays well, is good, but then gets that maroon on and turns into an absolute beast. Another person who did that, Murray Taulagi. My goodness, who would have seen that coming? Probably one of the picks that I didn't quite understand. But after watching him in that Maroons jersey, how can you question Billy ever again? He stepped up, made some great defensive efforts, and yeah, just really solid at the back there. Some other standout performances. I think you've got to give it to the boys in the middle. Lindsay Collins made a big impact. and so did Paddy Carrigan. So I think hands together for them. I think Spencer Leniu for New South Wales, coming off the bench there, looked phenomenal. Didn't play too many minutes. Another head scratcher from Madge. I really thought Spencer brought energy that not really anyone else in the New South Wales squad brought. Maybe Liam Martin brought that same energy, I guess. But Spencer looked up for the challenge. Looked like he got out there and had that genuine hate for that Queensland jersey. Liam Martin landed the biggest hit that I think I've seen all year. And then went on to miss a tackle on Ben Hunt the next set. Liam Martin got up, screamed in the face of Jermaine Hopgood, and then missed a tackle that led to a try on Ben Hunt. So if you're going to talk the game, you've got to back it up. Unfortunately, 38-10 is not a pretty scoreline. Going into game 2, I mean, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I think Queensland take it in a much closer match. I think we're probably looking at a much lower scoring game as well. Maybe 18-12. 18-12, I'll go Brisbane. It'll be interesting to see the different selections made. Obviously, Swali will be out for a little bit now, and I don't think he'll be picked for the next Origin. But who comes in instead of him? You've got to pick somebody with speed, maybe Katoni Staggs. Latrell Mitchell, if he puts his hand up and really plays well, maybe you give him another shot. I think Teddy played well at the back there. It'll be hard to drop him from the squad again if Dylan Edwards is healthy, but who do you guys think should be the number 1 fullback for New South Wales? I'd probably stick with Teddy. He was one of your most dangerously attacking players. Whenever he got the ball, I was a little bit worried as a Queensland supporter. But moving on to the halves, I think the halves for Queensland, that Cherry Evans just managed the game to perfection. And then Tom Dearden, an X factor. I mean, looked phenomenal. Great defensive efforts and then great attacking option. It's something that we didn't really expect from him, I suppose. He's always been a strong attacking option, but I certainly didn't expect him to go out and rip the New South Wales squad apart like he did. But man, he stepped up. That Origin jersey for Queensland, you can see it means something to them. Once they put it on, they go to another level. For New South Wales, Jerome Luai and Nicho Hynes. Nicho Hynes didn't play too well. Struggled a little bit. Probably not the best kicking game either. But I don't know. Do you give that combo another go? I think Matt Burton would have been a much better option, given some threat to the kicking game, especially when you lose Reece Walsh and you have the hammer back there. I think you could have tested him a little bit more with the boot of Matt Burton rather than Nicho Hynes. I think Jerome Luai definitely looked more dangerous on the ball when he had the ball versus Nicho, but Jerome Luai, he can't offer you much more than that. I don't think he could have given you much more than he did in the game, and that's a concern because he didn't necessarily play badly. He just didn't make the impact that he needed to. Somebody like Nathan Cleary has left a huge hole in that New South Wales squad, and I'm not sure how you feel it at the moment. Mitch Moses could be the option that they need, and then you pair that with someone like Jerome Luai, who plays very similar to Dylan Brown. So that dynamic could work as well, or you throw Matt Burton in there at number 6, gives you two kicking options. It's just an idea, but for going into game 2, I'm not sure Reece Robson was the correct pick either. Great defensive player. I think Appy should have been picked. I think at least he should have been picked on the bench. Queensland took in 2 hookers as well. Ben Hunt and then Harry Grant came on when there was tired forwards in that first half. Ben Hunt came on in that second half when there were tired forwards in the second half. And that's something that New South Wales didn't get, is a quick dummy half. Getting that ball out quick, service quickly to the number 7, service quickly to the number 6. That Queensland did get. As soon as those fresh players came on, they were able to command the ball a little bit more. I think New South Wales has to take in a second option hooker. Api Coruscant, I mean, I really don't understand not taking Api Coruscant in. But like I said, this is just an initial, like, this is just the reaction to it. The game, it could have gone either way at looking at the team picks. It's very obvious what Madge was trying to do. Losing Swali that early changes the whole game plan, and you saw that play out. The interchange for New South Wales was very clunky, and yeah, I think going into game 2 there will be some serious talks about who should be playing for that New South Wales squad. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like the video. Cheers.